So we're here on Oscar morning. I'm Dustin Chase for Texas Art and Film, and they're going to announce the nominations right now.
To the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and
We'll talk about them after the awards are over. I'm going to, if you see my predictions online, I'll tell you how many I got correct and the Oscar Insights crew, so we're going to watch.
I'm very happy to be joined by one of last year's Best Actress nominees, Jennifer Lawrence.
Thank you, Tom. Good morning, everyone.
The 2011 nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role are Vera Bijou in The Artist, Jessica Chastain in The Help, Melissa McCarthy in Bridesmaids, Janet McTeer in Albert Nobbs, and Octavia Spencer in The Help. Jennifer?
Thank you. For Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role, the nominees are Kenneth Branagh in My Week with Marilyn, Jonah Hill in Moneyball, Nick Nolte in Warrior, Christopher Plummer in Beginners, and Max von Sydow in Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
For Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role, the nominees are Glenn Close in Albert Nobbs, Viola Davis, The Help, Rooney Mara in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Meryl Streep in The Iron Lady, and Michelle Williams in My Week with Marilyn.
The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role are Damien Bichir in A Better Life,
Wow.
George Clooney in The Descendants, Jean Dujardin in The Artist, Gary Oldman in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, and Brad Pitt in Moneyball.
For Best Achievement in Directing, Michelle Azanavicius for The Artist, Alexander Payne for The Descendants, Martin Scorsese for Hugo, Woody Allen for Midnight in Paris, and Terrence Malick for The Tree of Life.
For Best Original Screenplay, the nominees are Michelle Hazanavicius for The Artist, Annie Momolo and Kristen Wiig for Bridesmaids, J.C. Shandor for Margin Call,
Wow.
Woody Allen for Midnight in Paris, and Asghar Farhadi for A Separation.
Oh, wow.
For Adapted Screenplay, we have Alexander Payne, Nat Faxon, and Jim Roche for The Descendants, John Logan for Hugo, George Clooney, Grant Heslov, and Bo Willa Min for Eyes of March, Steve Zalian, Aaron Sorkin, and Stan Shevin for Moneyball, and Bridget O'Connor and Peter Strawn for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
For Best Foreign Language Film, we have from Belgium, Bullhead, from Israel, Footnote, from Poland, In Darkness, from Canada, Monsieur Lézard, and from Iran, A Separation.
For Best Animated Feature Film, the nominees are A Cat in Paris, Alain Gagnol and Jean-Louis Felicoli, Chico and Rita, Fernando Chuabe and Javier Marscal, Kung Fu Panda 2, Jennifer Yu Nelson, Puss in Boots, Chris Miller, and Rango Gore Verbinski.
And finally, I'm pleased to announce that the films selected as Best Picture nominees for 2011 are War Horse, Steven Spielberg and Kathleen Kennedy, producers. The Artist, Thomas Langman, producer. Moneyball, Michael DeLuca, Rachel Horowitz, and Brad Pitt, producers. The Descendants, Jim Burke, Alexander Payne, and Jim Taylor, producers. The Tree of Life, nominees to be determined. Midnight in Paris, Letty Aronson and Stephen Tenenbaum, producers. The Help, Bronson Green and Chris Columbus, and Michael Barnathan, producers. Hugo, Graham King and Martin Scorsese, producers. And Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
Please join us on February 26th when we celebrate the magic of the movies. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer.
Well, tons of surprises there. You saw me react for sure. I was trying to take some notes there. So no Shailene Woodley for The Descendants. Max von Sydow got in there for Extremely Loud, and I think once that nomination came in, I kind of had a suspicion that they might nominate Extremely Loud, and they did. No Tilda Swinton for Best Actress. That's a little surprising that she didn't get in there for when you talk about Kevin. That was, I think a lot of people expected her to be a lock, and if anybody was going to get knocked out, it would be Glenn Close for Albert Nobbs. But no, Tilda Swinton gets knocked out, and Rooney Mara gets in there. Damian Bashir was nominated at the SAG Awards, which is coming up on Sunday, and made it all the way to the Oscars for that little movie that I feel like hardly anyone saw. That's fantastic. Gary Oldman, his first Academy Award nomination ever for Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I totally missed that. I think give credit to Mark Schumann for that one. Terrence Malick getting in there for Best Director, and again, I think when that was announced that he was in there for Director, I think we kind of knew in the back of our mind, oh, they're probably going to put that in there for a picture, and they did. That's very surprising. Margin Call getting a screenplay nomination, certainly deserved, but it was a movie that not a lot of people expected. A Separation, which I think Travis predicted that one, so way to go Travis on A Separation for Best Original Screenplay. George Clooney getting nominated for Ides of March, so 2 nominations for George Clooney. He helped write the screenplay for Adapted. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy also getting a nomination for Adapted Screenplay. So they really liked that film. And then the 3 surprises for Best Picture. Well, number 1, they picked 9 nominees, which I predicted correctly. I just didn't get them all right. Warhorse did sneak in there. Tree of Life got nominated for Best Picture, which a lot of people are going to be really excited about that. The Texas film got nominated for Best Picture. And then Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Obviously, that movie did work on the level of tugging at those heartstrings, and maybe having that release at the end of the year, it did pay off in the end. So lots of surprising nominations. Now we have to look and see what the technical awards are. I'm going to tabulate all those up and see which me or Travis or Mark had the most predictions correctly. Thank you for joining us, and of course we will have a podcast coming up this weekend to talk about the nominations, so check that out on TexasArtandFilm.com. I'm Dustin Chase.